Hello guys, I'm Orbiter and welcome to Owning the Mun. Yes, that's right. We are going for a business venture. We are going all in. We're going to build a space station. Well, that's the idea of the stream. And we're going to own this thing. First off, we have to set up a capital in orbit, of course. Then we have to build a base. I hope you like the screenshot. I built a base on the Mun using Kerbal Constructs mods. That is an awesome mod, by the way. You can build base. I'm using it for my war series when I get a bit more into it. Sorry, need some water there. And in this stream, it's going to be basic. We're going to be building some things. You can see I've got crates. I'm not sure what they hold. Let's get that. Carbonite. Yeah, I just picked them because they were awesome colours and minerals. I'm not sure if we got the tools to mine it, but if we have, that'll be awesome. You can see we've got the space station here. I had to time warp over to the light side, otherwise we won't be able to go to it. Anyway, who have we got in chat? Let's have a look. We got 6 people, yay! We have no comment, says, yay, like more like 10th. Orbiter, what's up, says Red Blazing Game. Charlie Bleeker, I'm here, awesome. Corey Newhart, what you doing? We're building a space station. There it is over there. We've got to dock this thing to it. It's going to be sort of like our storage for our mining the Mun operation, which is till we can own the Mun. So we got Brandon, Mike Sell, what's up, mate? Not much. But are you stoned though? No, I'm not. Hello, Stranded. Okay, so let's get on with this. I have some people who are investing in this venture. Let's bring them on. Okay, I better tell him. And hello. Hello. Are you there, Captain Torn Holland?
Hello.
No, the posh voice. The posh voice.
I do apologise, old chap. Hello. Today, we are going to the moon.
Okay, so this guy has invested in owning the Mun. He has shares. So...
and I've hired this Welshman to get me there.
Smiling Blobfish, you're a mod, aren't you? I put you as a mod. Oh yeah, by the way, Captain Spider.
Yes.
You are a moderator for the
Yay.
YouTube's chat. Okay, if you want to be moderator, Blobfish, I thought you were a moderator. He's replacing me. Yeah, I have you as the Smiling Blobfish on YouTube as a moderator. There's nothing else I can do. Are you using a different account or something?
Oh, you're only minorly being replaced.
Anyway, let's go over to the space station. Sorry about that. We're trying to set up the stream as we're going along. Please bear with us. Technical difficulties.
Inserts picture of Kerbal's poking a box full of wires.
Cut the red wire. But we can't see red. Right, I'm boosting towards the space station if that's what you wonder I'm doing. In fact,
wire. I can't see colours.
Let's have some Kerbal music. Let me know if it's too loud. Obviously, it's going to start off quiet. So I'm going to turn it up a bit more to 20%.
Noises.
I have 2 counts. One in caps and the other in lowercase. I've got the lowercase one. That's the one that you gave me. Alien Boy Me, hello. And welcome to the building of the space station. Hopefully we won't destroy everything as we're going along. Obviously I launched this and got this over to the space station. We're in a nice high orbit around the Mun. That way we can launch things into a low orbit once we go mining and then dock with the space station, drop off the minerals, go back, do a bit more mining.
Excellent.
I tried to go to the Mun with a giant rocket. I kind of went too far, as in I passed the Mun entirely and went into solar orbit. That's an awesome thing, Brandon Maxwell. No, it's easy to do, actually. It's just that you have to make sure you have enough fuel to get into, or into. I assume you time warped past it, so yeah. If
also,
you have that,
Diver, totally watch your beta, not Star Trek.
sorry, Star Trek versus Away. What should I watch? It's up to you. Don't worry, this live stream will be as a video after the live stream. Well, after after YouTube has processed it anyway.
After YouTube has figured out what it's doing.
Is that even a question, says Ackroft. The obvious answer is Orbiter. Yeah, at least with the live stream and you're watching it live, you can interact. Can you interact with Star Trek? Can you kill some Klingons? Answers on a postcard.
Can you pull a Vulcan at your good buddy Spot? I didn't.
I love the guy who plays the Spock in the new series, in the movies.
Leonard Nimoy will always be.
Oh, no one will beat Leonard Nimoy. He created Spock.
Yeah.
Jablata stuff says, I am playing with Realism Overhaul right now. Awesome stuff. I assume you're doing the Earth, which I've never ventured in, by the way. Can I pull a Vulcan spider? Says Elite Sax, and we all know who Elite Sax is. By the way,
no, Elite Sax. You may not.
By the way, I've got a Discord server. The link is in the description below. Stellaris Stranded? We can't play that. How the hell? We can't own the Mun with that. Okay, I think
if we didn't own the Mun, this entire life would be defunct.
Let's set this as a target. Okay, so... yeah, let's set this to kill. No, let's use the good old SAS. You can't beat good old SAS. As you can see, I've got the docking nav ball mod that allows me to see where I have to be pointing. We're getting too close. Brace for impact, says Pulsified.
Good news, so I have now got 2 parts of my stock-ish Mir space station in orbit.
So you're building a Mir space station?
Yes, and I've got 2 bits of it in orbit now instead of just 1.
I've never looked at the Mir space station where how the Russians built it.
Oh, it's very pretty.
I like the way it was, just like a mishmash of modules.
Yeah. There was certainly a lot less planning to it than there was to the ISS.
Obviously, they had to do a lot of planning for the ISS.
Yeah. The fact there was, how many countries it is. Whereas 4 space agencies involved.
Okay, we have docking magnets. Let's disengage the SAS. I should have perhaps aligned this a bit better, because these containers are huge. Wrong way. Yes, we have docking. Okay. And whoops. I was meant to put a decoupler by you. I forgot. Okay, I don't think Jebediah can undo that, so we'll have to leave that there as it is for the time being. We'll have to go and launch and get up, bring an engineer with us, use the Kerbal attachment system to decouple that, because it's supposed to deorbit that around the Mun and crash it. Okay, let's go ahead and build something.
Forgot the decouplers.
Forgot the decouplers. That's one thing you don't want to forget, is your decouplers and your more boosters. Or beta. What are the green and yellow... Oh, green and yellow containers. Green. I thought you were trying to speak Welsh to me then. They are just containers. They're part of the Kerbal Umbra Space Industries mod. USI mod.
Yeah,
I'll show you right now, in fact. Logistics tab. I've got... You see all these containers. Look at that. I think they're awesome. It gives you some sort of industrial... sort of thing to Kerbal Space Program. In fact, this black one reminds me of that game that's out. The space game, what do you call it? I'll tell you right now. Helion. Has anyone played that?
It.
Hmm?
Never played it.
I've got it on thing, but it's quite a hard game, so... You know, Kerbal Space Program is much easier, even though it's hard to get into orbit.
I cannot believe that you just said Kerbal Space Program is easier.
It is. Well, it's like riding a bike for me.
Yeah, true. Share on the street. What was your best moment in Kerbal Space Program? Put it in the comments. I said share in the stream. Put in the comments. What was your best Kerbal Space Program moment?
My best... I have to think about that. Because there's a lot. I think it might be the first time I landed a rover on the Mun in version 0.19. Every time I kept on driving across, I'd flip out, I'd go in the air, I'd struggle to get it to land straight down on its wheels. Half the time it would explode. So yeah, I'd have to quick load again, do that again. And this was before science mode, so yeah, it was sort of like self-gratification where you do get your things where you want them to.
I think my favourite moment KSP so far was when I finished my Lave space station in my original KSP save.
Look at the size of that tank. Anyway, let's go ahead and build something. Let's load up the last one we had, last one I built. Detach the rocket. That's all it was just containers. And I've got the decoupler, so we need some storage up there because what we're going to be doing is mining the Mun and then bringing the ore back, processing it to fuel, bring that to Kerbin, sell it to the punters, and hey presto, we have a business. With all that capital then, we can actually buy the entire Mun.
Yes. And I'll make.
And I also think about Thargoids as well. Oh, the Smiling Blobfish. Oi, Orb. The 2.4 update for Elite Dangerous is coming out on the 26th of September, which means Thargoids very soon. Which means we need to get prepared. Yes, not only are we having a war in KSP, and we're going to try and own the Mun, but we're also going to go to war against an alien race which might be peaceful. And because they are peaceful, we are going to obliterate them.
We're going to go to war against a peaceful race, and because they are peaceful, we will obliterate them.
We will obliterate them. Orbiter 2017.
They're a peaceful, so we will obliterate them.
Right. What have we got here? We've got uranite, substrate, minerals we can use this, carbonite, exotic minerals, material kits, metals, polymers. Wow, there is so many things we can use for these containers for. Or that's what I want. I think what we'll do, we'll attach. Oh no, I don't want them clamping together. Like I want them sort of like modular. Can we do that? Answers on a postcard.
I've never got USI to work on my save.
No? Oh, it's an awesome mod.
Yeah. Why it's so annoying that it doesn't work for me.
Okay, I like that. I like sort of like the modular thingamajig. Okay, we got plenty of ore tanks. This is just going to be something we bring up with us. Sorry, Brandon, Mikesell, that's what you don't like about KSP, that the harder it is, the more awesome it is. You still adore KSP. That's sort of true. I think the hardest thing I've done, well, the hardest thing I haven't done is launch from Eve, but the hardest thing I have done is trying to land that base under the ocean of Lathe.
Yeah, seemed pretty tricky in your video.
Yeah, it took a couple of attempts for that. So sorry, I'm trying to concentrate building this fairing.
Shush, don't admit that it took a couple of attempts.
I'd done multiple saves trying to deorbit the thing was the hardest. Deorbiting it around Lathe, because I'd done aerobraking. And if you go too low, that's it, you're dead. So you had to deorbit it.
Yeah.
And no, you had to get into an elliptical orbit by using aerobraking. Come around, do that again. And those mushroom inflatable heat shields, they're terrible. They seem to flip your craft out like anything.
Yeah, they've got very weird aerodynamics. Those.
No, I won't call it ore containers. I'll call it cheese containers.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, that's cheese grommet. I have to have that. No, I'm
crackers grommet. We forgot the crackers.
Oh yeah, I love those. I'm gonna have to download clips of that off YouTube and use it as my subscribe thing now. I have to do that. Yeah. If anyone wants to know what I'm on about, just do a quick Google search or YouTube search for Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
He absolutely
adores
adores
a legend.
cheese.
Made in Britain. Made in Bristol.
The Peter Salis is dead now, isn't he? The one who does...
Yeah, it's very sad.
The one who does Wallace's voice. And if you're wondering what Gromit sounds like, all you have to do is listen to Akroff. And you'll know exactly what Gromit sounds like. Gromit is the dog in...
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, in Wallace and Gromit. But that's not to say that Akroff is a dog. No, she's a fox.
A wolf.
Can I say that?
I think she's a wolf, actually.
Anyway, let's go ahead. I need a countdown from you to start this ore container to launch the cheese modules up to the space station of the Mun. So count down from 5, please.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have ignition. We have liftoff of the cheese modules to the Mun space station.
Cheese module 1 has cleared the tower.
We are now preparing the gravity turn phase of this mission. Please confirm our flight. I forgot to add solar panels again. Damn it.
Capcom, can you confirm? Are they on track?
We are on track. Booster slow down has been successful. I'm not sure what they say, but slow down. Where they thrust down. Basically what happens when you're thrusting
Booster
up.
deceleration.
Deceleration. Okay. Decoupling first, boosters. When you get to a certain height in the atmosphere and a certain speed, then you get so much pressure on it, on the rocket, that it can rip the rocket apart. So they have to slow down the boost. But until you see that went a bit higher. What it is mech jeb. If I bring the ascent guidance up, I've got this limit Q to 2000 PA, which makes sure that I don't tear my rockets apart at certain altitudes. now the atmosphere is thinner, I can go a lot faster. Or as they say in America, pedal to the metal. That is right, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the British saying of it? Go on, make something up.
Whip the horse faster.
I don't know if that works.
I think it works. Because everyone knows here in Britain, we're so backwards, we use horses to get everywhere.
We use horses. Yeah, we're still in the horse and cart era.
Well,
Oh, the boosters are dead. So
horses and carts are far faster than any other mode of transport.
Let's engage the RCS systems. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at 45 kilometers up. Our speed is 1,200 meters per second. And let's kill our thrust. Let's deploy the fairing as we don't need it anymore.
The Jet Propulsion Laboratory is confirming that at this time the launch has been successful.
We are now in space. Please confirm our please confirm authorization to enter orbit. Or are we gotta go? No go.
Authorization granted, Welsh Space Agency. You are go for launch.
Launch? Orbit burn.
You will go for orbital insertion.
Please excuse the breakdown in communication. Whip faster, says Lead Sucks. Yep, they can only get space with a rocket horse.
Engage full whipping. I've heard of this new invention coming out of the Midlands. They've invented this thing called the V4. It's basically 2 whips.
2 whips. Whoa! Twice the speed from one crack of the whip.
Yes. And then these people in the New World over in America, this newfangled idea called it Nine Tails. It's got 9 whips.
9
so you can
whips?
have 9 horses.
9 whips? I'm burning too early. Let's warp here. I should have set up a maneuver node, I know that. Get smart SS, prograde up, and full thrust. Mods, I've got loads of them, David. I have loads of mods.
Yeah, don't ask for a complete mods list. We'll be here for 5 hours.
I want to show you this though. Hey, look at this stage. It's one of my interstage. I built it using the vectoring engine thingamajiggies. What are they called? Vector liquid fuel engine.
Yes. Added in the NASA update of Kerbal Space
Multiplayer
Program.
mods are scams. What do you mean multiplayer mods are scams? Multiplayer mod for this is awesome in that it allows you to play multiplayer in KSP, where you would normally not. Granted, it's not the best.
Lots of fun.
But then they need to add multiplayer.
Yeah, Braden Mikesell, I mean, having used Dark Multiplayer in the past with Orb and Backcraft and Pulsified, I can assure you, Dark Multiplayer does not crash your computer. You're probably using an incorrect bit.
Yeah, the multiplayer worked quite well. In space is much better. If you're in an atmosphere, I think it fails flat. Anyway, let's show you how to get to the Mun. First off, go to Map View, set the Mun as your target, and line up the Mun with the horizon of Kerbin, and that's where you want to put your maneuver node. and then just pull on the prograde marker until you get an encounter. And because I want to... let's get that altitude down.
Well, Blob, I haven't played Dark Multiplayer with you.
I want to get encounter about 500. No, let's do it 300. There you go, 300 kilometers above the surface of the man.
Okay, Braden, but that might just be your computer, because I find the only lag issues I had was when two really large ships were in the same loading range. But that's an issue with stock KSP as well. Also, fun, launching my next Mir module, pre-order,
Awesome.
crashed Kerbal space program.
Right, guys, sorry. I have to interrupt you there, because if you find that you want to encounter a craft, say like Space Station by here, Space Station Man 1, and you're coming to the man, and you seem to be, your launch wasn't perfectly circular on the equator of the Kerbal, then you have to do the correction on your burn towards the man to get your orbit or your pass of the man almost or as close as possible to the orbit line of the space station.
Yes, Captain Tom Holland, I feel like I should point out, is Captain Spider off of the Discord server. I'm just temporarily Tom Holland. And Blob, that wasn't when I played it. I wasn't on the stream where you guys played online. I watched it.
We all played with tanks, did we not? Oh, we tried to play with tanks. If you remember, we couldn't get the mods, they couldn't get it to work because it said a mod-friendly server, and it didn't want war mods. So yeah, it was a complete fail. We'll still have to do that, because I want to pit my tank against your tanks, the one I'm using in my war series.
Oh, Blob, you've got a request coming in the comments from a Trekking Aerospace. You would quite like to get access to the streamer. I'm guessing that to know then.
We're at 20 CS. Yeah, Brighton, the only reason I'm letting Spider and the guys that are in the streamer room is because I trust them.
Yay,
it's not
trusted.
Yeah, I've talked to them for a while. They got to know me, I got to know them. We know our quirks, we know our limits.
Also, Pulse, what are you doing in Fruity Loops?
Although, I was planning on, at some point, let's have a look at the Discord server. If you go onto the Discord server, and there's a general chat room, you can pop in there. I might pop in there at one time in the stream. That's for everyone, by the way.
What are you talking about, Akraf? You're the loudest person in here.
I know, keep it down. I can't hear Spider over you. Let's go to map view, because I want to make sure.
Also, Byington. Why are you Byington on here, but Trekking on Discord? Just wondering.
I think... I don't know, can anyone change the YouTube name these days? It used to be a thing where it was limited to people who had a certain amount of subscribers or something.
I think anyone can. Because I changed mine to Dark Spider for my previous
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of the URL. You can create your own YouTube URL if you have, over a certain amount of subscribers. I think I was lucky. I got into that. I was able to create my own personal URL at some point. What's happening?
Akraf's being cheeky.
Is she? What's she saying, Spidey?
what Cheeky meant last night. But I don't know what you're talking about, Akraf. By the way, I'm Spider on Discord. I don't know who's this Captain Holland guy you're talking about. He sounds pretty nice.
By the way, is the music too loud, guys? Oh, his username got screwed up. I think you can change your username.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like Scott Manley, that's his real name. Usernames are fine as your username. Yeah.
I wasn't like accusing Charles or anything. I was just wondering.
Mods. Mods. What do they mean by mods? They mean you guys, or?
Yeah, you're talking about me, Akraf, and Pulse, or are you talking about as in physical mods for it?
For KSB, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's quickly get this into orbit. Don't skip, don't skip. Let's go on the node. Hello, Alex Bublik, another long-time subscriber. I think I've known him, but I don't actually know him, but I know him by comment a lot longer than I've known you, Spider.
Oh. Who, sorry?
Alex Bublik.
Yeah, you probably have. I'm still fairly new to the server, considering.
Okay, so we're at the man. Let's get into orbit. It's a 9-second burn with this engine. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to decouple that engine, engage the next one. Because I've got ridiculously overfueled for this. I've built this rocket to bring larger modules to the space station. But I thought I'd use it for every launch. Because I'm lazy. I don't want to build a new rocket for every launch.
Tracking. We have talked about this at length on the server. Don't do that, please.
I'll be looking around and getting to orbit as much.
I hit recover vessel instead of launch. I don't know how I managed that.
What I was thinking for this venture was actually having, you know, a select few people sort of build a business, as in, no, I didn't want to switch that. I want to set as a target. Damn it. No, I was gonna have you guys as, you know, helping the business along, or you'd be competing businesses. But I couldn't work out how to do that.
Yeah, we need to use dark multiplayer.
Or sharing the save file. Right, let's do this properly. Set as target. And as usual, when you rendezvous, all I like to do is create a maneuver node in front of your vessel and adjust your orbit until you get the intersect markers. Then just drag it round until you get your intercept. Once they get closer anyway. Looks like 6.4. Let's adjust our orbit height. Too fast. Okay, 6 kilometers. What it probably is, we're not in the plane. In Spain. Okay, that's not doing much. Okay, drag the maneuver road around a bit. Adjust again. I've no idea. Sometimes I do. Well, most of the time I do this, and I get about normally as close as 2 kilometers. Not that one. I want that. Let's do some fine maneuvering. This, by the way, is a maneuver node editor, and it allows you to adjust your...
Very precise compared to the stock click and drag.
Yeah. You can have sort of like delta V up down to 0.01 per click. Right, normal. I tell you what, let's stick with 4 kilometers because most people, most newer players, have problems getting the rendezvous, so we can just do the trick of getting there, boosting towards it, cancelling out velocity, get closer. Please call me Trek in Aerospace, but hi, Elite sucks. Okay, are they talking? I remember having mods that had this strange sword-looking rocket. I activated its engine. Actually, the sword was just an engine, so I launched and left the solar system in a matter of... Of what? Of what? I didn't know. He doesn't know. You can't not know. Right, let's get on to the note.
Quiet.
Quiet. What's quiet? Kill that and just finish off the maneuver. Ooh, too far.
Oh, cool. Dock. I'd set something like moving towards a docking port. I'm gonna come back and like fine tune it, and I came back completely already docked.
Re-normies. So what does that mean, Charles? Or aerospace, or Charles? Abuse, now you ever say quiet, just accept it. What? Alright, I want to get to the target. So what we're going to do by here, we're coming to the closer no. We want to minus our relative velocity. Because we're not heading towards it yet. Yeah, I tried Kessler Syndrome before, Charles, but I had problems that anything travelling at orbital speed hardly hit each other.
Yeah, they sort of phase through each other.
You say in the end of silence. Every time I say quiet, you'll end the silence. Still didn't know what he's on about.
Nope. Goodbye, Braden Maxwell.
What's What's happening? Who's that? Bye. Got an orb. Oh, see you, was it Braden? Mike Cell.
Braden or Bryden or something like that.
Yep, see you, and enjoy your evening or your night or whatever you're doing. Make sure to stop by Orb's Discord if you have any time, yes. Because
I highly recommend joining the Discord. It's fun, there's lots of chats, pretty dank memes. Blobfish is even there.
he wasn't there today. Let's put that in there.
He's there most.
Okay, let's get a bit closer. We're gonna zoom past the space station player. I forgot to add the container here. We need a Kerbal
module. I've added my third module. Finally, after a couple of crashes and multiple launches. Finally finished. Well, not finished. Finished the first half of assembly.
By the way, anybody who wants to know, the Spider, as he's known, is building the Mir space station. Now let's control from here.
Rather fun building KSP, because I think that the Mir is literally the most KSP.
It's the most iconic space station ever. In the fact that the space shuttle went there.
Yeah. Space shuttle went there. It was the first modular space station to be built in orbit.
It was the first time that Russia and the US cooperated on a space mission.
I don't think so. I think that was the Apollo-Soyuz project. From memory.
Okay, we're having problems with the stream, by the way.
Sorry to say you're incorrect there, but
yeah.
You're incorrect there.
Being corrected by Spider. Okay, so I wish I was doing this on the sunlight, but never mind. Let's set this up as a target. Oh, there's the red.
There's only one thing I'm slightly worried about with my Mir space station.
Yes, what's that?
The fact that it's at the same height orbit as my international space station, but it's on a 50-degree orbit. And that worries me because there's a potential that at some point they might collide. So once I've finished the assembly of the Mir, I'm going to boost it out of orbit.
So I'm going to impact my space station.
Well, into a higher orbit so that it doesn't impact the ISS.
That was close, guys. We almost impacted the space station.
That would not be good. Whoa.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just slightly worried about hitting the ISS with the Mir.
Oh, I'm going too far that way. Pushed in the wrong way.
So right on one side of Kerbal, but on the other side of Kerbal, it passes through exactly the same place.
Right, setting up my docking maneuver, and we're just in sunlight as well at the same time. That's awesome stuff. You can see on the nav ball, I'm trying to line up the prograde marker over the top of the purple dots, which is the target itself. And we're coming in nice and slow. This is the best way to do docking, by the way, guys. Don't rush it. Get your spacecraft in the right alignment for the docking. And then
Right, I'll be right back.
okay. And then get your spacecraft on the nav ball, the target and the pro grade marker in line like that. Just like that in the bottom of the screen. Obviously it's going to drift around a bit. And there we go. We have docked. Awesome stuff.
This is the moon station to the cheese module. We can't confirm that you have been captured on the station.
Confirmed, we have been captured. That was quite random.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that.
Hold on, did it work? Alright, can you hear me normally?
I could hear you normally before, but yeah, that was cool.
Oh, I was supposed to have a bunch of like it was supposed to sound like I was talking through a radio.
Sort of.
I had put on like a compressor and everything. Like, this is what I was doing when Spider asked me what I was doing in FL Studio. Yeah, I have like compressors. I had to install a whole bunch of stuff. My microphone's going through a virtual cable. It's just crazy.
Anyway, guys, this is Pulsified. Awesome. Chat's gone quiet.
I actually have to leave now.
Space cheese. You have to leave now.
Yep.
What time is it over there?
I'm not actually leaving to like. Hang on.
We're gonna watch this crash. By the way, guys.
5:50 here.
5:50.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See ya.
All right. See you, dude. Take care, buddy. I'll probably talk to you tomorrow. I could land this supposedly, but I want to watch it crash and burn, and that's what we're gonna do here. This is sandbox. I might actually switch this over to career mode, but not to do all the science stuff and everything. Yeah, destruction. But more I want to do. Let's go to tracking station. What I want to do is sort of like get the money in the game so I can take this back and forth. I'd have limited funds in actually launching the rockets. But I don't want to do actual Kerbal missions and stuff to earn money. I want to take the space ore. Is it space cheese? Space ore? Back to the KFC, sell it, and make money that way. I'm not sure if that's workable, is it? Can I change the multiplier for that? Please land it. I don't need to fly this, actually. Let's go back to the space center.
Also, Byington, do you mean the little one in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen?
What's that?
He said, what mod has that Kerbal face tab? I think he means the one in the bottom right of the screen. I was like, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's stock.
Faced, I'm not sure at the moment.
Like when you're flying a plane and you can see it in the bottom right of the screen, that's stock, isn't it?
I'm not sure, actually. I will have a look at that anyway. But what I want to do, actually, probably a bit of fun as well. Let's quit to the main menu. Create a new save. And I want to build a base using a mod. So let's start new. Let's call it the base test. Come on, load. It's probably the thing with having too many mods, it takes too longer to load. And this is running on an SSD as well. Right, you can see these stuff around us. The sort of the town and that. This is all added by Kerbal Constructs mod that we've got here. And there is one thing that I want to test out. But first off, we need something from the VAB. Let's load that. Let's launch it. It's the same thing that I used to do the buildings, the bases in my war series. I might end up on that, just having two tanks fighting each other or something. Anyway, first off, let's toggle talk. Very important. hyper edit, orbit, active vessel, select mun. Let's put that to 10,000. Oh no, 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 no. Can you see this?
Ah.
I brought the ocean with me into space.
What are the laws in relation to stealing some ocean and putting it in space?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's good. She's gone quiet. It's gone quiet, Elite Sax. It's okay. Got to love that scatter ocean. Yes, it's awesome. Take it with you everywhere. And we have a subscriber. I don't know who that was. Let's have a look. Bearwolf David had just subscribed, probably for something else, some other video, but never mind. Welcome. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna have to quit the game. That's the only thing that fixes that bug. Let's see if I can resume the game.
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
Yes, please stand by.
Please entertain yourselves with this photo of little Timmy's first mission to the Mun.
Let's do this transition. Or is that David? David Lebricu just joined our Kerbal Nation.
I've always wondered, what does it mean when someone becomes a Kerbal?
They become green?
No. Like, it says, it pops up and says that. What does that entail?
You have become a Kerbal. I'm not sure. It's just something I've written.
How did they do it?
Oh, they
How
subscribe.
do they do it? Right, while you've got the stream on.
Yeah, it's oh, in fact, what was that with? It's originally with Twitch. Right, let's get the ship lander down. Land here. Current, let's set that to 10 kilometers. Land here. Oh, we can't be 10 kilometers up. Ah, this is bugging out. I hate it when it bugs out.
Very annoying indeed.
Okay, let's... Space center leave it. Anyway, let's try launch something again and see if that works. Ping, yes. Orb subscribers are Kerbals. Well, normally I think, before it is, normally I ask if you want to be a Kerbal, add your name, so... No, let's do something else. Oh, if this doesn't work, we'll just grab some tanks and just have a shootout. Okay, hyper edit, orbit editor, select, active vessel. Let's go in orbit around Kerbin first. Then let's do the Mun. Now let's get the ship lander, set to current, set to 10 kilometer altitude, and land. Yay, it's worked this time.
Yay.
Alright, it'll become evident what I'm doing right here. I just need this pod here. It's not cheating, it's just that you have to have some sort of Kerbal out and about. And we brought Bill because he's an engineer. You can trust him.
Nice.
Okay, so now we've got a Kerbal here. All I do is, I've got this Kerbal Constructs mod. Where is it there? So I'm going to do Control K. It brings up this instance editor. I'm going to spawn something new in. So let's go for a runway, because I think it's much more popular. Yeah, I think this one will be cool. So you see this runway. I'm going to place it on the surface of the Mun. Let's raise it out of the ground. But I just don't want this runway. You might notice it from my Kerbal War series. That is one of the bases. I want to increase the scale. So let's move it across. Otherwise, if I spawn it in over the command pod, that'll be destroyed. And it's hard to control. Anyway, let's make this big. A visibility distance as well. Let's set that to 50 kilometers. I'm going to enable colliders. Save. I'm going to make it a launch site as well. I need a runway. And I'm going to call it big. I'm not sure if this is going to work, guys. That's what I want to know. Let's save that. Let's save that. Okay, Control K. You know I said I wasn't going to place it over my vessel. I think I did. It's so big, I didn't realize it.
Now we've got to play the game called Find Bill.
Right, let's see if this works. If it's going, he's probably going to explode. Oh, he did. That's awesome. Alright, let's go to Space Center. I say we're going to do a tank battle. Why not do a tank battle on the Mun? We can trust Bill, unlike Orb says Elite sucks. Okay, I need to get a tank from my other saves. So, Caspi War. Saves. War program. Ships. Spaceplane hangar. Let's get a tank. Base test. Ships. Spaceplane hangar. Paste. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now I've made the Mun a runway, I should be able to spawn stuff on it. So let's load something. Tank 2. Get the Kerbal Constructs mod up, look for runways, and big. So I should be able to launch, and that should appear on the Mun now. Oh no, it didn't work. Alright, Hyper Editor, Orbit Editor, select Active Vessel, Orbit Kerbal. And this should be, let's try 100 kilometers up. Let's do an F5 first. Okay. I'm not sure what the glitching is caused by, but this is absolutely huge, this runway. In fact, I'll probably see if I can view this from space. I didn't realise how high I was off this runway. This white line, this painted white line is bigger than my tank. Now that is done, what I can do is camera tools. Vessel mover, spawn vessel. Clever girl. Let's activate the engine tanks. I want to see how these tanks behave on the man. Because obviously they're jiggling around a bit. So what I'm going to do is get the rover pilot up. Switch over to the other vessel. I'm going to do the same for this one. Add a waypoint going over there. Let's get the thing up first. Team A versus. And click follow on that one. Follow on that one. I should be able to close that. They're both going to head towards each other. If they don't flip out. And switch guard mode on them. With the low gravity of the man, he's going all over the place. I'm going to move him. Because he's going to go off the edge in a second. Ah, he's been hit. See what damage we got. Oh. Oh, we got another hit. Ah, this tank is having problems because he's lost his wheels. He can't target properly. He's all over the place.
Major tank issue.
What's that?
It appears to be having a track issue and flying.
Ah! I forgot what Kerbal that was. I didn't look. This tank is all over the place. But let's go ahead. Spawn a new vesseling. I want to see if this is visible from space now.
Probably is. So I love this runway. has grass on it and extends off the surface of the Mun.
Yeah, I want to see what distance this disappears at. This is just a test, guys. Orb's cheating. I'm not cheating. Spawning vessels in. There's a total difference. In fact, I think we've gone a bit too high, so let's use hyper edit because I don't cheat.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, it's not visible from space at a distance.
Oh, it's a shame. Nine people are watching.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just messing around now, so...
Eight people watching. 1 person
10 people on mine. Hello, if you're wondering what's happening, I've built a base on the Mun, and we're going to have to see if it's visible. If it's worked. I'm using the Kerbal Constructs mod, by the way. And there you go. It's visible from the Mun.
Yay.
That is mad.
I
Oh.
suppose, all things considered, you could see the KSC. Like, if you're in low carbon orbit, you can see the KSC.
Yeah. Well,
just
if I
about
go...
make it out.
If I go into Kerbal Constructs and show you, if I can't do local instances, say I spawn new. I don't think it'll spawn anything because I'm not on the surface. Okay, let's enable that. I can then go switch to one of these debris. I can set the distance that you can see a base at.
Right.
So if I go here, spawn new, runway, let's lift it out of the ground a bit.
Another module connected.
And I can set the distance that is visible from. Let's delete that. Let's go to local instances. Let's go to this runway. Let's see how big we can make it. There you go. There's my runway on the Mun. It won't let me switch to that. Sorry. Why? There you go. Heavy orator. I know, Space Explorer. Can I see it?
Experiment with Orbator. Your Welsh engineer.
Stream is a bit laggy today. Sorry, it looks like it's lagging for me as well. Stream health looks good anyway, so yeah. I just want to see this runway from orbit.
I've got rid of a bunch of flights that were cluttering up my airspace by sending up some selective kinetic kill vehicles, also known as probe cores, with solid rocket boosters on the back.
Okay, the base has disappeared. Okay, the base is here. And it should appear any moment. There you go. I hope he hits the base. That's what I was hoping to do, actually. Elite 6. But let's go ahead. Local instances.
It is.
I'll see if I can save that. I don't think it's worked. Oh no, this. It doesn't work. I tried to set it at 100 kilometers views, but it doesn't work. Anyway, that is the base building thing that you can mess around with. Kerbal constructs. Obviously, things get a bit too mad. Yeah, it would be Ackroft. If anything in low orbit hits that, then it'll be mad. But the awesome thing with this Kerbal construct, you can actually build bases on Jool. Which I might try at one point, but you have to land it near. You have to land a vessel on Jool first. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. So, do you want to say goodbye, Spider?
Yeah, goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day, evening, morning, wherever you are.
Yeah, unfortunately I left it late. So I was gonna. There's not anybody in the Discord to chat to other than Spider. Pulsified is there, but he's quiet because he's got a family function on as well.
Whoop, whoop.
Peace out, says Lugruk Spider. Can I zoom out?
Hello.
Hello, Pulsified.
Yeah, I just been listening.
There you go. There's my awesome man base. It looks so ridiculous. Anyway, guys, good night, and I hope you have a good week in school or whatever you're doing. Trust me, I'm an engineer.